What's up, guys? We are back looking at some more NBA player props today over on prizepicks. Got a couple plays for you guys in this video, with it being just a short 4-game NBA slate. If you guys are not aware, this is my second channel. I already posted 4 plays over on the main channel, but I got a couple more for you guys here on the second channel. I will probably have some MLB plays tomorrow on the main channel. I'd assume NBA on this channel tomorrow. So if you have not already, be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. Also, it's very important to have the notifications on. That way you don't miss out on future videos from me. And you also get in before these lines get bumped or get removed. That being said, if you have not already seen my dub club, be sure to check it out. The link is going to be in the description for only $20 for your first month or $46 for the next 3 months. That's it. I profited over $11,000 on prizepicks, as you can see. And we've been hella profitable in the MLB. As you can see there, a nice little $1,500 to $1,800 winner right there, 25 to 712, and the MLB comes back tomorrow, so I'm very excited for that. When you join the Dub Club, be sure to connect your Discord to Dub Club, because that will get you access to all my different plays, as well as my community chat and all my contributors who post their plays as well. That includes golf plays, college basketball, soccer, NBA second half, MLB plays, lotto plays. It really is a good place to be, man, with all of their plays as well as my plays. It's a great place to be, man. Join us right now. 50% off with the link available in my description. That said, be sure to play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Let's get to these plays. The first play to like on the board for tonight's NBA slate is going to be Evan Mobley here, and his PRA at 31.5. Looking for a few reasons here against Orlando tonight. Let's start off just looking at the hit rate here. He's over this line in 43%, but has been pretty good in his last 10 games, going over 7 times. His only misses being against the Detroit Pistons, bottom 3 matchup, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the New Orleans Pelicans, which was just last game. However, big injury news for the Cleveland Cavaliers here is that Jarrett Allen is going to remain out. So in games this year where he's played without Jarrett Allen, but when he has played with James Harden, he has about a 67% hit rate. He's over this line in 6 out of 9 games this year without Jarrett Allen, but when playing with James Harden, which is very important because James Harden is a very good passer, and he likes, passing to those big men. You see what he did with Zubac for a couple of years. So already right off the bat, I absolutely love this type of hit rate with just, simply Jarrett Allen being out. And then also the matchup for today, though. The matchup's a little bit tougher on paper, especially towards opposing centers. They're making the bottom 10 of both points per game and rebounds allowed per game, and kind of in the middle of the pack in terms of assists allowed per game. However, other centers have been pretty dominant against them more recently. You can see here that these guys have actually been going kind of crazy. Like DeAndre Ayton had 22 going over his line in that game. Jackson Hayes on the same team went over his line as well. Ryan Kalkbrenner there with 18. You have Chet with 33, Okongwu with 26, and Kel'el Ware there with 24. So these guys are having some nice success against this Orlando Magic team. But let's look a little bit more into the usage in these games where he's played without Jarrett Allen, especially some of the more recent games where he's played with James Harden. In these games, he's consistently seen at least 20% usage, but typically 22% or 24%. There are some games, though, where there's a lot of upside, where he's had like 38% and 32% usage. So if we look at simply games where he's played at least 30 minutes this year, so which you should see as long as we don't get like a major type of blowout, and also games where he has had at least 20% usage, he's over the side in 58% and has increased this usage even more. It of course gets better and better with at least 22%, like I would expect today. He's over the side in 64%, and as you increase that to like 24% plus, obviously it gets better and better. A lot of games he's landed on exactly 31 PRA, as you can see there, but he's consistently been having 30 plus here. So here are his previous 3 games against the Orlando Magic, which are all from this season. He played them on January 24th, where he went under with 23. The 26th against the Magic, where he had 31 PRA, and 35 in his most recent game, which was on March 11th against the Orlando Magic, which came with 18 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists, which, by the way, was the only game he played without Jarrett Allen. So you can see there what he was able to do in that game. 32 minutes played, 23 rebound chances, by the way, and 7 potential assists where he attempted 13 shots with 18 points made. So he also, by the way, shot 2 for 7 on free throws in that game, so he really should have had a lot more than 35 PRA. And in that game, by the way, he had 22% usage, which again is kind of what I would expect for him in today's game. So a lot of reasons to like Evan Mobley. He got it done in basically the same exact spot just a couple weeks ago here, 13 days ago, and I expect him to get this one done yet again. So give me Evan Mobley over on his PRA at 31.5 tonight. Now, before it's next play in this video, I want to talk about Sleeper real quick, because I absolutely love this app, and you can even get a better payout than an app like PrizePicks. For example, let's say you like the middle of the balls over tonight, and let's say you like another over, like maybe Jalen Brunson on his over. Pays out 3.46x on Sleeper compared to maybe 3x on PrizePicks. Let's say instead you like another ball on the under, it pays out even better at a 3.64x. It's a very, very awesome app that can get you some very elite payouts. They also have promos all the time on this app as well. And also, depending on the city that you're in, you can even pick the teams. You can find here like some college basketball plays there. You can find some NBA plays for tonight as well. You can pick the Kings or the Hornets to win the game. Same with the Pelicans or the Knicks. It's a very, very awesome app. Check it out for yourself. Link will be in the description. Use my promo code DOMG when signing up for Sleeper. This is a play that I got for you guys in the video here. So Evan Mobley over his PRA, and then Herb Jones for 2 3-pointers made here. I also love his points at 8.5 as well. So for whatever reason you can't find 1.5 3-point makes, I do also like him over 8.5 points. But I'll be playing these today on Underdog, because instead of a 3x on Prize Picks, you're getting a 3.6x on Underdog right now for this play. And what I do is I copy the link and I send out to my Dub Club members, and they get a 30% boost when they copy my play. So this play is going to be like a 4.5x or right around there, 4.4x, something like that. Whatever a 30% boost added to a 3.6x is. So obviously that's very, very better value compared to Prize Picks. You're getting like an entire, stake back for just simply playing this play on Underdog instead of Prize Picks. It's an awesome app. Check it out for yourself. The best payouts in the game currently, especially for 2-mans and 3-mans. Use the link in my description for Underdog. Getting to Herb Jones, though, in the analysis here, he is actually a plus money play on a lot of apps out there, but it makes a hell of a lot of sense here. I actually almost took this one last night, and I decided to pull the trigger this morning. But look at his last couple games here first off, like his last 2 games. He's played 30 minutes in back-to-back games with 7 and 11 3-point attempts. And now he gets a matchup against the New York Knicks, who allow a ton of threes to opposing centers. In the last 15 games, the Knicks allowed the 4th most 3-point makes to opposing centers, which is a hell of a lot different, by the way, compared to the full game stats. They're only allowing about 1 per game, but the last 15 games, you can see that they allow the 4th most. In the last 7 games, they allow the 2nd most. They allow about 2.3 threes made to opposing centers in the last 7 games that they played. And Herb Jones is a guy that can definitely shoot the 3 ball and is playing the center spot currently for the New Orleans Pelicans, while Derek Queen has kind of a bench role. You see here, though, that, again, his last 2 games, he's had 7 and 11. Last time he played the Knicks, he only had 4 against them. However, it was a much different role for him back in December. And you can see he's kind of embraced that center role for sure, and has been taking a lot of threes here. 9 attempts, 5, 6, 7, 7, and 11, as you can see there. So he's pretty consistently having at least 5 3-point attempts. He's averaging also 5.5 across these last 10 games that he's played. And now, again, we have one of the best matchups here for opposing centers and their 3-point attempts, or 3-point makes, really. He's also played, by the way, 26-plus minutes in all of his last 6 games, and he's played 30-plus minutes in 4 of his last 6. Looking at games this year where he's played at least 26 minutes, but when he's also had at least 5 3-point attempts, he's over this line in about 65% of games. Of course, as you increase these numbers, though, especially the 3-point attempts, it does tend to go up for the most part. Like just simply 6 plus 3-point attempts this year, he's over this line at 63%. And if he's going to get 6 3-point attempts today, I really hope that he's able to hit 2 of those, right? Shoot 2 for 6 from 3 really should not be that hard to do, but he is averaging about 30% from the field right now from 3. So 1.4 makes, 4.7 attempts per game this year. But again, these numbers are super promising for me. Him playing 30 minutes in back-to-back games, and also with those being 7 and 11 3-point attempts. And again, the matchup being so good here against the Knicks. Makes a lot of sense to me, especially at plus money. I don't know why we're getting plus money at this one. Feeling pretty good here about Herb Jones as well as Evan Mobley for a nice little over 4x on Underdog for those Dub Club members. If you guys want to get in on all my plays and also be able to take advantage of this Underdog boost, that link in my description will get you 50% off of your first month or 60% off for the next 3 months. Be sure to check that out with MLB coming back literally tomorrow. That being said, thank you for watching. I will see you hopefully in tomorrow's video. Best of luck,